We're building a colony today to try to survive in the aftermath of some sort of crazy natural disaster. This is Surviving the Aftermath, a new game out by Paradox Interactive. It's actually been out, I think, for about 2 months or so now, but they did a new update this month, the Colony Update number 1, that sort of expanded a little bit on the building that's involved in the colony management, which is great. The developers of the game were kind enough to share code with me to play the game, so I thought it would be really fun to jump in and check it out. We're going to start right away with a new game, and I'm going to have the tutorial messages on initially. I have played it a little bit, so I have a sense of how the game works, but it would probably help to have a little bit of guidance, because it's been a bit since I tried it out. So, at the start of the game, we have to pick these different features that affect the way the game plays. We're starting off with the environment. There are only a few who remember the spark that started it all. A chain reaction of global catastrophes wiped out most of the planet's population and made people turn against each other. Those who are left must now survive the aftermath in this post-apocalyptic world. Cities are demolished, but nature prevailed, so we get a bonus to fertilized soil. The world's desolate and unforgiving. Average temperature and humidity, 25%. Fertile soil. What planet is it? Let's go with the, we're gonna go with the middle one. So, and as we pick these choices, it's gonna build up a difficulty level for what we're actually doing. Catastrophes. Slowly but surely, modern civilizations crumbled as catastrophes kept sweeping across the continents. Cities were destroyed and the planet itself suffered permanent damage. The worst is past, time to rebuild. It's still a dangerous world, but will prevail. Contamination levels 35%. There's some common catastrophes. I'm gonna just keep with the same difficulty level. Number 2 on there. Everyone has their breaking point. Eventually, it's not enough to just survive through the day. People need hope, and there finally is some. It's been a long road to get here, but that which was before can now be left in the past. Indestructible bunker collapsed, so we get plentiful resources. Trusted car finally broke down, so we get average starting resources. I'm gonna pick the average one again. The people around you are the thin red line which keeps the group alive. They're far from perfect, but everyone's made it this far. You can trust them with your life, and they trust you with theirs. Hardened individuals who survive this world, so 8 adults and 4 children. I'm going to do the band of survivors. These survivors will face challenges both large and small, some caused by bandits, others because of their own actions. There are also other societies in the world that won't hesitate to strike back if you look at them the wrong way. Some challenges are to be expected, numerous challenges are assured. Hard exploration and organized bandits. We'll keep at this level, I guess. Gatekeeper. Life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you're not alone. Whether it's an invisible guardian or just pure fate, but it sure feels like someone is watching over us. Path is challenging, but worth the risk. Architect lenient and helpful. Survival is challenging, but fair. We'll again, go middle of the road. Visuals. Okay, so we get to pick like a banner that's going to represent our colony. Feel like the whole burned up place. It's kind of the way to go. I'm going to take the flamey one. Colony name. Okay, let's give this place a new name. It needs to be something appropriate. Okay, this is the Oh God, We're Toast colony. Colony motto. Do I actually get to type in a motto? Mistakes were made. Oh God, we're toast. Mistakes were made. All right, so difficulty level 67%. So I didn't pick all the hardest stuff, but since I'm relatively new to the game, I don't want it to go too crazy. All right, here we are in our wonderful Wasteland. Pretty open area. What's this? Wild boar. Apparently, it's going to occasionally attack my colonists. I'm not really liking that too much. If you're familiar with the game, though, some of the changes they made included being able to upgrade the gate that's over here. There's some new buildings that we can put into place that will help with the late-game resource production. They changed a little bit how these pools of nuclear waste work. They occasionally puff out stuff that will damage buildings and colonists nearby. So we have to be a little bit careful of that. 10 colonists are homeless. We're going to need to build shelter for them. We've got lots of grassy area here, which would be good for things like water production and stuff, I think. Let's go ahead and we'll start with a road for our colonists. And we'll build off of this, I guess, for our living quarters. I don't know how important the roads are, but I feel like as long as we have the option, we probably should use them, since it might actually give us a way to help get our people get around more quickly. Okay, so I have the tooltips on right now. I do have some idea how to play the game. I played it a little bit before. So I'm going to kind of skip through these quickly, but we can build a couple different types of shelters. Initially, we only have these 2 options, the emergency shelter or the tent. The emergency shelter is for multiple people. Tent is for like individual colonists, but I'm going to build the emergency shelter. We'll kind of get everyone crammed into one building. Ooh, we are going to need 2. We have, at the top here, we have our different colonists. We have 7 that are assigned as carriers, which is like the people who run around doing stuff. And then we have individual workers we can have as well. And then this total population here is inclusive of people that don't do work, like the kids. You know, because for whatever reason, even though it's the apocalypse and, you know, everyone's on the brink of death, we've decided the kids don't really need to do anything. They can just hang around and play. Which somehow does not seem terribly realistic. Alright, finished our shelters in pretty short order. So those are finished now. Side work areas. Okay, so every building and stuff is going to have its own little work area. This one here we're going to pick. We're going to move its work area to where we can gather resources. Now, over here, we have some piles of timber. There's some concrete there. So if I can kind of... There we go. If I place it here, I can get all 4 of these things in that one range, which should be good. They'll all... Well, not all of them, but a bunch of them will run over and start gathering the resources, which is good. Build a water source. Colonists need water to survive. Open the build menu, then from the water category, choose the water well. Note the soil type will affect the water production. Fertile soil gives the best production, well, blah, blah, blah. It's critical to have enough water for the colonists at all times or they'll get dehydrated and die. So that's probably something to be a little bit careful of. Okay, we need a water well. Now this thing shows where we can place it and actually get production, and that's pretty good. Oh, it even shows like there's a number up there that shows the efficiency of where the building's placed. Yeah, I know we have a water shortage. Thanks for that. We're working on it. Give me a chance here. 68% if I build it over here. 70%. Oh, that's funny. If I put it right there, it's 0. I can't even put it there. Oh, there's nuclear waste right there. That's great. Nothing like some nuclear waste in the water. Hold on. Let's pause this for a second while I figure out what to put at this thing. Alright, I can get 71% if I build it like right here. That's not bad. It could be better, but it could be worse. So let's build a road up to that. I don't know how important the roads are, but as long as it's giving us the option to make them, there's probably some utility to it, I guess. If we're going to collect water, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a place to store it either. So let's build a water tower right across from it. There we go. So this is where we store our food in here. And this we can harvest berries and stuff. So I guess we'll do that just to make sure we have some food available. Later on, we can get other food sources like hunting animals and things. Man, we can build way out here. Look how far away you can go to like build resources. This can be clearly can be a massive sized colony. We're a long way from that though. Okay, our colonists have built the water, and we can see we have a water supply of 1. So we're producing 11, we're consuming 10. Giving us a 1 balance we can put into storage, which, you know, is not really that great. Although it looks like we already had storage available of like up to 300. So they must just put it in the food storage area, maybe. I thought I needed a separate water tower for that, but that's alright. Can't hurt to have it. Areas of effect. Some buildings, for example, water wells and fisheries, have effective areas, so we have to be careful where we place them. So like this one I put down, and we got like 71% efficiency out of it. But if we can do better than that, we could get a little bit of a water supply. So that's good. Our colonists can drink now. Your colonists. So the top bar shows your colonists. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So up here we have our 10 colonists, 7 carriers. Nobody's assigned as a worker right now because we don't have specific buildings that require work. They're just doing like general gathering, which I guess is all right. Plastic and metal. Once you've set your stockpile to collect planks and concrete, it's time to take advantage of those big plastic and metal deposits. Build a recycler near a plastic deposit. Its worker will start scavenging plastic and fiber. Scrapper works the same with the metal deposits, collecting metal and junk. Okay, so we do need to find some of those. So this is a plastic pile over here. That one's metal. Conveniently right next to some nice pool of radiation, which just is awesome. Food production's low, but at least we're getting some berries, so they got something. I don't think they're allowed to complain. At least I wouldn't think they'd be allowed to complain. I mean, some food's better than no food. This is the apocalypse. Okay. Up here we have the resource we have on hand. So we have like 4 metal, 5 plastic, 18 concrete, and 21 planks. Apparently we have no fiber. That's alright, I guess we don't really need it right now. Over here we're going to get the scrapper first. This is metal? Yeah, this is the metal pile. So we'll put our scrapper over here. And that will collect the metal that we have that's right there. And then we're going to need a thing for plastics here too. And I guess we might as well put a road that goes out there too. Hopefully we can chop down trees and things to make this a bit of a bigger area. But we'll send this over here. There's a tree like right in the way, but with any luck, they'll actually chop it down for me. Alright, so our recycler can go out here. Put that so it faces the roadway. And they'll have to chop down some trees to get to it, but That'll let us gather some more materials. Food production. Press here to learn how. Colonists need food to survive. Imagine that. Hungry colonists also work less efficiently. Those who cannot eat will slowly starve to death. Open the food category in the build menu and select one of the various food-producing buildings. Stable production of both meat and vegetables is advisable in the long term to avoid malnutrition. Okay, so we have a couple different options here. We have a trapper, which can gather meat for us. We have a fishing hut, which gathers fish. It takes some concrete and wood. And then we have just small fields. Now, I think I'm probably going to go with a small field first. Because I feel like, you know, that's the thing to do. I'm going to put it over here where we're collecting the metal. Try to keep my stuff sort of organized based on where people are going already. And we'll give a little path here. I'm not sure how much we need in total in terms of, like, crop space, but we'll find out. So our food production, so here's our water, there's our power, which we're not obviously producing any right now. Where's our food? Electronics, fun box, building materials, a selection of various entertainment products from around the world. Okay. Medicine, clothes, science points. Oh, the food's over here, 47. Duh. Insufficient construction materials for the recycler. Uh-oh, what does that require? Construction completed. We have the small field. Planting crops. Okay. Fields and greenhouses can grow a variety of crops. At first, you can choose either fast-growing corn or more bountiful potatoes. Please press the Select Next button to pick your colonists grow this type of crop until you decide to change it. New seeds will be planted only... Well, let's go with the faster-growing corn initially. Select Next Harvest. We'll go with corn. Plan for that. How many does it actually say? Oh, okay, so I have 5 carriers now and 2 workers. I guess the 1 worker is assigned here. Yeah, we can assign other workers, but we want to keep enough carriers around to do all the gathering and things. Insufficient construction materials for the recycler, but it doesn't say what I need. Oh, it was probably the concrete. I think they've got it now. Excellent work, my dude. All right, so this guy is now... It looks like he's chopping a tree down, but I think he's actually gathering plastic. Adjusting worker slots. Buildings have 1 or more colonists working in them. You can increase building productivity by adding extra people in or take some out to assign them elsewhere. Try adding and removing colonists in the highlighted building. Okay, so if we go here, we can add a colonist. It didn't let me pick who the colonist was. I guess they're maybe just equally skilled at everything, as opposed to like trying to pick people that are good at one task or another. I suppose that's fine. We're producing 1 and consuming 8 from a food perspective. We're getting like 24 berries. So I guess this food storage, we've depleted... No, there's actually some berries there, but there's not enough. So that's where the corn will come in handy. We should probably set up a fishery too, but this pocket of nuclear waste is in the way. We might need to build out here so we can build by the water. Let me see what that's going to take. Fishing hut. Does it actually go on the water? Or just, oh, actually, I have to build it like on the edge. That makes sense. So if we build it actually out here, that's going to get me 100% work efficiency. That's pretty good. I'm going to try and 88%. I want to get as close as possible, but still hit 100% work efficiency. So we'll stick it like right here. 94%. 100%. There we go. Okay, we'll stick that there. We'll build a road over to it. Probably should slow the game down a bit because I'm still running a little fast. Okay. That will get us another source of food, which is good. Storage types. Multitude of resources are stored in different buildings based on their type. We have stockpiles, food storage, warehouse, general storage, and nuclear waste storage. Stores hazardous nuclear... We'll probably want to put that far away from where the people are. You know, that whole radiation thing is generally not good. Construction completed of the fishing hut. What we got here for... So we got 1 worker in there now. We only have 2 carriers. I kind of... I guess I could leave 2 people in here. Our metal is growing nicely, though, already. Maybe I'll take one of them out. Try to balance that a little bit. I'm going to set this for more... Oh, boy. I'm getting farther away. If we go up here, let's change the work area over to here. That will let them gather all the wood supplies that are there. I'll actually kind of get it out of the way from... Hold on, let's get the concrete out of the way here. There. Didn't get all of it, but we got 3 piles of wood, and we'll get this concrete out of here. I imagine this pile of metal is going to disappear over time. I already know how to change game speed, so that's fine. I think I'm going to add in a second water source. No, I know we're actually gaining production above 1, but I think it would be a good idea to have more water accessible to our colony, so I'm going to do that. We can store up some. As we increase the size of our colony by bringing in new people or by reproducing, which they won't be doing a lot of in the community shelters, we are going to need... Oh, colonist is injured. That's not good. How'd she get hurt? I can't pick her, but nope. There we go. Happiness, health, she's 99%, so it says she's injured, but she's at 99 out of 100 health. That's awfully good. Any kind of accident in the daily life can lead to injury. Untreated injuries will lead to death, but they're easy to heal in any medical facility. Having medicine at hand helps injured colonists to heal faster, so that's obviously something we're going to want. It's already got us talking about gathering food, which we've already done, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, we're going to need a medical facility. I should slow this down. Low on food. Get more food or people will starve. Let's double up on the food gathering here. And then we're going to need to build a medical facility. So burial pit. A modest burial pit where colonists are buried after their earthly struggles finally end. Having a decent final resting place for those who passed away gives some comfort to the living. Well, let's worry about keeping them alive first. I don't want to write them off too quickly. I guess we can put this over here near where the people are living. I guess that's probably a good option. Construction complete of the water well, so we have a second source of water now. So now we have a production of 21, consumption 10, and we're storing 11 of it. So we'll get a good storage. Anyway, colonists need food. Colonists are hungry at the beginning of the game. Yeah, we already know that. Let's change the gathering position for the berries. We can actually set it over to here. It's not a lot there, but we'll get some berries there. Our food production is 24 and our consumption's only 8. So, you know, we've got the food supplies. It just doesn't seem to be growing all that much. Might take a little time. Injuries and other conditions. One of your colonists is injured. Injuries and other conditions can be healed by a medic. Build a medic's tent and have it staffed to treat this injury as soon as possible. Conditions cause health loss and other negative effects if left untreated. Meds greatly increase the speed of recovery and are automatically used directly from the warehouse when available. Medicine helps with injured condition, iodine pills with radiation sickness, and antibiotics with infection. Now, we have some medicine, but we don't have those other things. Planks are depleted. That was only the one they were working on, though, so that's fine. I can get rid of this low on food and this injury thing. I can't. Actually, it's going to stay up there. Need them to finish this hospital tent. The injured person is building the medical tent that's going to treat them. That's just somehow cruel. Okay, the medical tent is finished. It automatically staffs with a person. We only have one carrier left. We're going to need more people. Actually, you know what? I'm going to decrease the amount of people we have working the fishery. That didn't really reduce our production by much. It only reduced it by 1. That's pretty lame. Not a lot of benefit of having that person there. But we need 2 carriers to kind of gather supplies. Forage for berries, that kind of thing. See what other kind of buildings we can make in here. We have products. We can make a tool shop. Makes new tools that help colonists perform their tasks. We have like 5 tools in storage now. And then a tailor makes clothing. In a world full of hazards, warm and protective clothing is necessary for survival. Colonists need new clothes regularly as the old ones wear down. We don't have fiber yet. Well, we have like 20 fiber. We only have 2 clothes. I feel like the clothes are going to be something we're going to need before the tools, just based on how we're consuming them. If I use this, though, it's going to take one of our workers away, which is going to be kind of a challenge, or one of our carriers, rather, because it's going to turn them into a worker. But this might become a necessity sooner rather than later. So let's put this here. Get that built so we can start to produce the clothing we need to keep people from dying of exposure. We also have the ability to go out and explore the region. That's down here in the world map. Now, we actually don't have anybody right now that we can send out to explore, which would be nice if we could, because it looks like there's some food over here we could get. It's a low hazard. No danger present there, but we need to actually get some people that act as explorers, and I think they can only come from outside of our colony. But when we have access to them, we can go to these different areas to find supplies and hidden things. It's going to be a bit before we get that. It keeps giving me this warning about getting low on food, and for some reason the food count goes down, even though my production is showing as dramatically higher than our consumption. I think it's this crop. Like, this is going to give us more food. It yields 24 corn, But it's not ready to harvest yet, so we're just treading water with our fish at the moment, I think, and our berry gathering. I think that's why it's saying my food production needs help. Let's see, where can I relocate our berry gatherers? Go gather the radiation, that'll be great. Kind of hoping at some point the berries actually regrow once we harvest them, but I don't know whether they do or not. Construction completed on the tailor, so that's good. They can start turning some fiber into clothing. I suppose that'll be alright. Gets me down to only a single carrier, which isn't great. Well, I mean, I think we're relatively stable. We have water, we have food. We've got some building materials. Let's see if we can build up this wall. Rebuild the collapsed gate from the build menu to attract more people to join your colony. I feel like that would be a good thing. I need some more people. Where is the gate? There it is, the gate. That's going to take 5 fiber, 15 metal, 15 cement, which is going to take like almost all of our cement, and then 20 wood. Well, conveniently enough, it's telling me to build a gate anyway. It says to build an additional warehouse too, but I don't know that I have enough stuff to store that. Let's rebuild our gate over here. That'll give us some protection, and then also give us the potential to attract new people. And we really kind of do need some more colonists. Nuclear fallout is coming. The horizon starts turning from blue to toxic green, and the air seems to burn your lungs. These are the first signs of the impending danger. Intense radiation is a constant threat, with both colonists and crops withering and dying during the nuclear fallout. New seeds cannot be planted before it's over. Severe cases of radiation sickness and thirst take their toll on everyone. Harvest crops before they wither, stockpile iodine pills to treat radiation sickness quickly, build more medic tents or assign more workers to existing ones to help those who are in need. Well, that is great. Our first natural disaster is coming, and I haven't even got my gate built yet. Alright, it's going to strike in like 2 days, apparently. What can I do to... Can I produce iodine pills in here? Yeah, this is going to be great. I think I might actually need a different building to produce medical supplies. And I don't have the ability to make it yet, I don't think. Warehouse stores refined resources and valuable items such as tools, clothing, meds, and so on. Food and construction resources cannot be stored in a warehouse. Okay, well, I mean, we could build a warehouse. That would be something. What do these guys want? Dumpster diving. 2 colonists approach you with sparkling eyes. An old landfill's been found, probably by the stench. It's not too far away, although the smell's absolutely awful. Might have kept scavengers away from there until now, and valuable stuff might still lie among the waste. Any expedition might prove lucrative, but most definitely dangerous without any equipment. An extra layer of clothing and a set of tools will go a long way. Alright, well, let's give them clothing and tools. We'll send them out and see what they can find. Hopefully they come back with something good. Oh, that was immediate. You smell them before you see anything. A pile of garbage in a vague shape of a humanoid approaches the gate and shouts, "Great success! The landfill was indeed left untouched. And loot well worth the effort once it's been properly washed." And rinsed. So we got 11 and whatever this... What's that? Is that... I can't tell what that 3 item is. Fun box. We got some fun box. So I don't think we can actually produce any medicine. I think the only thing we can do is gather it if we can get out to do a little bit of exploration. But until they get this gate finished... let's set this at a high priority. Because until we get the gate finished, I can't get anyone out looking for additional supplies, and that's going to present certain challenges for sure. This, I'm going to leave corn yield 0. Let's... If I harvest it now, I wonder if it'll cost any seeds. Let's just leave that harvested. There's no point growing crops that we can't get. They're just going to wilt anyway. Ooh, our gate's done. Construction completed on the gate. Group of survivors have arrived at the gate. You need to make a decision. 2 adults and no children. They come bearing tools, whatever that is. I guess that maybe that's like some kind of food or something. I think it'll be the radiation that finishes us off. We can survive through anything else, but not our own poison. Survivors seeking shelter. All right, we're gonna accept them. Oh, it comes with this person here who's a specialist, Amara. Activity idling, especially scientists. The reality of a post-apocalyptic world is hit her hard. As a former chief physician, she hadn't done practical work for years, instead having been stuck with shuffling papers. Nevertheless, she decided to rise up to the challenge, even if things would get far messier than what she was used to. 2 leadership, 3 exploration, 1 attack, 4 research, which boosts her research multiplier when she finds it. 3 for scavenging. Yeah, we're definitely taking these people in. I mean, I need them anyway, but it's kind of nice to see that we actually get someone who can explore the world map now. We now have access to the world map. So let's go and check that out right away. We have 2 days until they come in, or until the storm thing comes in. So we'll check this out. Okay, we might as well send her over here immediately to get some food. We gotta pick this. Yeah, you go here. No. How if I right-click? Go get that food. Bring it all back to us. They're still harvesting corn over here from the field that I didn't even allow to grow. I don't know how they're managing it. But somehow they're doing it. Now that we have all these additional workers, I can put people back here to work on clothing. We'll have someone work on stay on the medical tent. I guess when the radiation hits, we'll just put a secondary person in there. But what I really need are medical supplies. We might have some issues trying to heal people from the nuclear fallout. And this shelter doesn't provide any cover. Until we get research points, we can't research how to make different types of buildings in order to protect our people better. I kind of want to hunt the wild boar, but I don't think I can. So, in addition to the types of food we have already, we could do a trapper. Trap small game animals in the forest to provide venison for hungry colonists. Works with reduced efficiency during catastrophes. Requires lots of trees in its work area to function efficiently. I mean, our food production is already not good. Production of 2. Boy, it goes down a lot when we're not producing corn or... How did we get potatoes? Oh, the colonists brought potatoes with them. Okay, so that's what that was. Those are potatoes. I think we'll put this in here. It says it works best when it has lots of trees, but I don't know, like... If I destroy the trees in order to build it, does that reduce its effectiveness? It says it's 100% efficiency here. So I guess this'll do. Throw a little road over there. Hopefully this boar doesn't hurt anybody while they're over there building. That would be kind of a nuisance. Construction's completed at the trapper. So we are down to 2 carriers again. But we have 7 workers now. 9 adults and 3 children. I think with the children we can get them like educated or something. Trying to make them grow up to be more productive units of society. A forester. Grow saplings and plant trees in the specified work area. Trees are an important raw material used to create firewood or planks and firewood. Growth over time from a sapling to full-grown tree depends on the soil type. Planting a fertile soil helps produce... I wonder if I should probably do this a little earlier, but we can just set up a sawmill so we can gather wood. We're down to only 3 wood right now, and I think it's because I don't have a lot of people gathering right now. Yeah. So let's maybe move our work area. We'll set this a little closer so we can get this wood over here. They can run around the toxic sludge in order to go find that, which I'm sure they're thrilled about. Specialist ready for action. Let's go get her. She can go back here. It looks like there's more jerky here. Another 15. So we'll gather that. We'll bring it home. Now this spot is completely depleted, so we have nothing else we can get there. But we can't really bring her back into the colony with the food until she gets some more action points. Our specialist is ready to move again. We can actually now take all the supplies that she has and take it back to our colony. That will unload the food, I think, automatically. Like 34 meat, I guess she'll drop off there. 34 jerky. Does that actually... Yep, it added it right away. So we have 34 jerky, 11 potatoes, 5 fish, 5 corn, 4 protein bars, 3 berries, 2 venison, and a partridge and a pear tree. Now, she is available to go and do a little more exploring again. I think she still has action points left. Let's maybe take her and see if we can go over here to check out this place. So she runs over like the border and she'll scout it out and we'll see what's in there. We have some plastics in there. Planks depleted. I think that was this stack of planks right here. So, oh, another mission. Down the river, a group of colonists have gotten curious about a nearby river and want to see what it's like for traveling. They managed to build a simple raft and are eager to test its floating capability and what they'd find alongside the riverbank. I mean, every time you send someone out on one of these missions, it could be a little dangerous. They might find themselves a little dead, but let them go try it anyway. It's still early on. We need to get some, oh, good medicine. That's awesome. After being away most of the day, the group returns with their boat full of various supplies. They stayed afloat most of the time and even came across an abandoned fishing cabin left untouched by other scavengers. So that got us plastic and medicine, and that medicine's going to come in handy with this Fallout thing coming. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna cancel building clothing for now. We'll put another person in here in the medical tent, so we're ready for the fallout. We have 7 medicine. With any luck, they'll take care of everything. This medicine does consist of the iodine pills and stuff, I think, in there. I hope. If it doesn't, we got a bigger issue. But so we have more wood now, but we're low on concrete. I guess I'll set the work area over here. That's pretty much all concrete. We're not going to get any wood from there. But if they gather that, then I suppose I could put in a lumber mill. But we might want to wait until we get more people, I guess. Nuclear fallout has arrived. Oh my gosh, it looks awful. Everything's glowing green. We do have people in the staff of the medical tent. Beware of the intense radiation and heavy rain. So we're going to get a bunch of people that are sick, but hopefully with 2 people in the medical tent, we'll be able to make our way through the radiation without any deaths. We have 7 medicine and like 9 adults. I don't know if the children actually get sick in this or not. We'll have to kind of wait and see, I suppose. Okay, we have our first sick person. Colonist Scarlet is irradiated. She's off to the medical tent to get treatment. Again, we have a couple of people working there, so hopefully she'll be fine. Oh, look at the crops. They're all glowing and stuff. It's good that we didn't have anything planted. Colonist Ellie is injured. How'd you get injured? If anything, I was expecting like a whole bunch of radiation sickness. 2 colonists are radiated. Uh-oh, I don't have a medical tent. I only have 1 medical tent. And I have like an injured person and a sick person. So that could present challenges. I can't heal them both, I don't think. Does it really treat them? I mean, we have 2 people working here, but it shows there's only 1 occupant. Oh. Adult, child. 2 children only count as 1 occupant, apparently. That's a little weird. Oh. No. Oh, there's a few people with radiation. Oh god, they're all getting sick. They're not using the medicine though. I don't understand how that goes down. So we ran out of the small concrete room, but that's okay. There's still a big one over there. Colonist Jacobs are radiated. Our specialists can do some more work, so let's send her over here to explore. Show me some research here. That would be really handy. Nope. Tools. 0 risk of danger, so I guess we'll go over there. If she can find research, she actually gets a bonus to collecting research, which is good. Okay, we made it. We didn't get irradiated. Well, I mean, we got irradiated, but nobody died. We have another colonist request. It doesn't look like we used any medicine. I don't really understand how that works exactly. Hunting opportunity. A couple of colonists approach you, requesting permission to open the gate. They've heard animal noises not too far away and would like to go hunting. It's dangerous business where people might get injured and worse, but the food would come in handy. All right, you guys might as well go for a hunt. I mean, oh, they came back with 27 meat. Hunters returned with meat. There was indeed a herd some ways outside the gate. Grazing the glowing grass, their crude tactics paid off, and the colony received a nice haunch of meat. Plus 27 meat. That's going to come in handy. Okay, this we can set up for crops again. Now that we have a decent supply of other meats, we can select the potatoes, which grow a little bit more slowly, but they have a medium yield instead of a low yield. So I think we'll grow that. Colonist Ella died of radiation sickness. No! That's not fair. I had medicine. I had medical tents. Apparently I need more than 1 medical tent. I still have somebody else who here is radiated. Leo. He's not very happy, but I guess I can imagine why. He's a little on the sick side. We'll put the burial pit over here, and then whoever's collecting berries can come and visit the dead people. Grotesque though that might be. Put a road over here. Dead colonists. One of your colonists has sadly died. They stayed on the ground until buried. Other colonists do not want to see their fellows lying dead. Imagine that. So, to avoid loss of happiness and contagious infections, build a burial pit to give the deceased a final resting place. We're building it pretty far away. I don't know if I necessarily need to. It just seems like kind of a common sense thing to me that they probably wouldn't want it to be too close. Let's move this work area over by the burial pit too, so they can visit the burial pit and collect berries at the same time. Death berries. Freddy's now an adult and ready to help the colony. Somebody grew up. Good job, Freddy. Activity carrying, working on. What's his traits all about? Competitive. Has to be the first everywhere, best at everything, or at least the fastest. Walking speed plus 20%. Rested poorly. I mean, it's not surprising. They're all living in a communal sleeping area, so I guess it makes sense they're not getting the best of rest. Okay, so I did have her searching for materials. She can come out here and gather more of these tools. She's got 10 of them on her already. Looks like there's 13 left.
What do you want? Aye, aye, Captain.
What'd you scavenge? 3 of them left. Man. Alright, but the tools are definitely going to come in handy. When we have all of those gathered from here, I'll send her back with those materials. Or those tools, rather. And that'll supplement what we have here, because we only have like 4 of them. Water's in good shape. Food's in pretty good shape, considering we got all that jerky and the venison. Sadly, we did have 1 death, but so far, so good. I'm going to come back and play some more of this. If you're interested in seeing more of Surviving the Aftermath, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you'd like to play the game yourself, I'll also have a link in the description to where you can purchase the game on the Epic Game Store. Any purchase there using that link also helps the channel a little bit, or any purchase you make on the Epic Game Store if you use creator code CrypticFox Gaming on checkout. But thanks everyone for coming to check out the video. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.